What's up, everybody? It is your girl Poppy Loner here, coming to you with another video. Friend, how are you? Did you make it, friend? Are you okay? Oh my gosh, did you make it, friend? Honey, I feel like, did y'all ever see that video of James Brown coming up and he does the little hair shake? Girl, honey, that retrograde had me in a chokehold. Let me know below how it felt for you. It had me in a chokehold, a beautiful chokehold. I can't describe it no other way. I don't feel like a victim. I don't feel like it just, you know, I mean, it did turn me every which way but loose, but I feel like it was in a good, needed way. It almost reminds me, I don't want to trigger nobody, but this is the best analogy that I have. It almost reminds me of, like, it felt like I was being choked like that. But it almost comes from, like, the way it felt was how choking would feel to someone who really enjoys that during sex. Okay, they enjoy it. But, like, for those of you who are into that, has your partner or somebody ever just went a little too hard? You're like, uncle, pineapples. Like, all right, stop. But the thing about it is, it's like retrograde wasn't stopping. It was like, nah, bitch, learn how to breathe through it. So I did. I learned how to breathe through it. That was a lot, friend. That was a lot. So what I want to do today is I just want to get straight to it. I want to do a, what lesson did you just pass? What test did you just pass? Okay, you passed a test. What lesson did you just learn? And then what's going to come of that? Like, what blessings, what good positive energy is going to come to you from you passing this test, from you learning this lesson? Okay, now of course we all know healing, when it comes to test healing lessons, that is an ongoing thing throughout life. So this could be the most mundane of things, or it could be very extravagant. I don't really know what's going to come out, and shoot, I wouldn't mind if it's super mundane, girl, just to keep the reading short. But let's pull the piles. So tap in, friend. Go ahead, get up in there, get up in there, yeah. Let me get a thumbnail, a thummy. Okay, pick your poison. Thumbnail, pick your poison. Let me put that back here. Let me lift that up. You're seeing this real time. Okay, maybe like right there. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do 3 piles. Show me who pile 1 is. Okay, what is the lesson that they've learned? What lesson did they learn? What test did they pass? Give me a card. Only want 1 card. I know they're trying to do 2. Oh, they did it anyway. Please, why? They did it anyway. They did it anyway. Okay. They don't ever be listening to me. It just doesn't matter what I say. So, well, let me show y'all what it is. Y'all got 2 cards. Of course you did. Of course you did. But look. You have number 27. Stripping illusions. Number 27. Stripping illusions. And right now, while I'm already in it, I'm gonna pull a couple additional cards. Okay. Oh wow, dang, 3 just fell out. So these will be for those. These 3 cards, feel the energy. I'm not going to show them to you, but these will go with your deck. All right, so that is going to be pile 1. Should I move it until, let me move these until, you know, just so I don't confuse. Okay, so show me pile 2. What is the lesson? What is the test that they just passed? The lesson they learned? They did a good job. What is it for my pile 2? What is it? Oh my gosh, here we go again. Let me look at this. All right, another one that has 2, of course. So pile 2, you are going to be the 39. Creativity. Okay, and what I'm gonna do right now, just focus your energy. I know you really can't see me, but just focus your energy. All right, give me some additional clarifiers. What was the lesson? What was the lesson here? What was the lesson here? What was the test? What was the lesson here? What was the test? What was the lesson? Ooh, what was the test? Ooh. Oh, and this one. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, wow. Okay. We'll put that underneath here. Yes, friend. I love that. Okay, so that'll be pile 2. Let me show y'all cards. Y'all hear Bliss back there? These are going to be the cards. If you vibe with that, you know. And then pile 3. Oh. Pile 3. I just heard come correct when you speak in the pile 3. All right, so let me make sure my cards is good. And they want me to do 3 shuffles, 3 little, all right. Oh yeah, okay. Why don't y'all be the only one that one comes out? All right, now who is pile 3? Who is pile 3? Well, actually not even who they are. What is the lesson that they learned? What's the test? What is the lesson that is attached to pile 3 that they learned, that they went through? What is the test that they passed, okay? What is the test that pile 3 passed? Those that are gonna be drawn to pile 3. I knew only one card was gonna come out because y'all give that energy, all right? Ooh, you have number 22, transformation. I feel called to say this. There might be additional messages for this group in other piles, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are drawn to other piles. So give me a little bit more. We have number 22, transformation. What was the test in this? What was the test that they passed? What was the test? Show me the test that they passed and what? Ooh. Oh, oh, it's starting heavy, friend. Okay, what was the test? Oh, okay, what was the test? Okay, so I'm gonna put these in order. Damn. All right, so these are the cards that will be going with your group. No, I'm not showing them to you. Just feel the energy, friend. I believe in you. I do. All right, so I'm gonna set these out. Again, that's pile 3. And this is pile 2. And then this is going to be pile 1. All right. Yes. So go ahead, pick intuitively, okay? And I will see you guys at your pile, all right? Okay, pile 1. So as I showed you in the beginning, your top card, hold on, friend, you know I gotta get the y'all. Your top card was number 27, illusions. Is this blurry, y'all? Let me know down below. When y'all see this, it's so hard for me to tell because I'm like literally like this damn ring light is all in my face. It's all in my face. But anyway, we have the number 27, stripping illusions, and the number 23, forgiveness. Okay, so this could be representative of 2 specific lessons, or these lessons could be piggybacking off of each other. All right, now before I go into the bottom portion and show you the cards, I do want to read the top cards first. Okay, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so just vibe with me. So number 27, the Lotus. I think it's funny how you guys have the number 2, 2 2s. And then also when I take that 7 and that 3, that gives me the number 10. Okay, I'm just adding all these different numbers. So your lessons could definitely involve other people. Okay, like there could have been a level of the parents playing a part in what this test was. Like you could have been tested through having to forgive maybe a parental figure for some of their mistakes. Now again, I know this shit doesn't happen in a day, okay, but it does feel like there has been some action being taken to forgive possibly what a father or a mother, maybe even someone who was a single mother in your life. They had to play both roles. There's a level of forgiving them. There could have even been a parental figure that opened up to you about some of the struggles that they went through, things that you might not have known, and it could have bridged the gap or allowed you to look at them in a new light. I'm also getting with that number 2 that's giving me the second house. I'm not going to lie here. There could have been something that made you feel like you were unworthy. It could be connected to childhood. It could be connected to how you grew up, or because I also think of early life with the second house. where you live, like something here could have made you feel like, damn, that'll never be me. Like I'll never be able to achieve that. It's like I already started late, or I already grew up in the slums. Like who's going to pay attention to me? Or this could have to do with self-worth. Okay. A test of self-worth. Okay. Proving to yourself, like actually, no, you are able to sit at this table. Actually, you can achieve that. Stripping away the illusion. Okay. Because when I think of the lotus and how it blooms literally in the dirt, in the mud, there's something here about making the best of what you have and making that your juice, your sauce, instead of looking at it as a hindrance, seeing it as a stepping stone. Okay. Your spinach, if you would. Okay. A power move, changing it into a power move. I don't know, maybe you took a traumatic situation and turned it into a story that you tell people so that you can help uplift them. All right. Whatever the case may be here, I do feel like someone was able to really attack the mind. Okay. And almost trick the mind, you know, so that it could think in a different way. There could be a different level of awareness, you know, there could be a different perspective, 333 on the clock, okay? Different choices being made, bringing forgiveness into the whole shebang. Like I'm seeing a lot of that. Yeah. Some of you guys, there was a certain, something here. It's like you wanted to go after it, whether it's whatever it is, okay? I'm trying not to get too specific, but and you could have counted yourself out. And I feel like whether you won, whether you didn't win, whatever the case may be, you took the steps necessary to, okay, bring you out of that place of thinking that you're less than, or that you can't do this, okay, or that you don't deserve that, all right, or yeah, something like that, okay. And it feels like whatever this is, this might be something that comes and goes, okay? Like sometimes you might feel very confident and look at whatever you went through and however you grew up, or it almost feels like there could be something here that you really can't change, like it already happened, or it could be a part of your appearance, what you look like, and instead of looking at it like a hindrance, like you turned that into sauce. Like I keep wanting to say that, like you turn it into sauce. So this has to do with your confidence as well. 444 on the clock. I'm seeing a lot of angel numbers too. Anything with 3, the number 2, and then 4. Okay. Now we're gonna get started. So number 27. Vibe with me. I don't think I ever did this reading on the channel, so just vibe out. So we have the lotus flower is a funny plant. It flourishes in the muck and the mud. Apparently, in spite of the muck of its birth, beautiful petals open up layer after layer, revealing more and more of its inner beauty. You are being called to strip away illusion after illusion from your life. You are being asked to enable your true essence to shine through. Allow layer after layer of false beliefs, cluttered thinking, and unfulfilling relationships, chaotic environments to go by the wayside to reveal the perfect essence of your core self. And I picked up on that with that 7 and that 3. That's giving me the number 10. I'm closing out this cycle. Actually, I'm starting to realize that you kind of play a part in how I see myself. You know, we don't want to put so much emphasis on other people, but sometimes, and I talked about this a lot in the last readings about, you know, making a safe environment for yourself, okay? You're like, you know what, I've noticed that this habit or this person or this way of thinking or this regimen is not helping me to cut through the bullshit. So right now I'm going to clear out the noise. I'm going to be real with myself and I'm going to make the adjustments. If it's not adding, you know, I just heard health is wealth. If it's not enriching me or making me feel good about myself, and I don't mean in a yes men way, I just mean in a naturally like a healthy way, it has to go. And in that process, for some of you guys, there could have been a level of, I'm going to forgive you for what you did, but just because I forgive you doesn't mean that I have to keep you here. Okay? So stripping past the illusions. There could have been a certain person, place, thing. Well, it feels like a person. There could have been a person here. They might be a Taurus. I don't know. Who's this person that I'm picking up on that I feel like could have been kind of manipulating you? There could have been a level of manipulation where you felt like you had to appease this person in some way. It feels like almost like, and I don't know how the intentions were, but it feels like if you would have done this in the same manner that they wanted you to, it would have made them feel good, but it made you feel bad. There's like a level of, if I continue to go about this in this way, I'm not honoring myself. Like this is not real. It's not real. Okay. It's just not real. I'm not happy. I don't like it. No. Okay. So let me see. Who was that person that might've had you in you know, this tricky energy that I'm picking up on? It just feels like you might have even fell into people pleasing this person, or feeling like they could have made you feel like the boundaries that you rightfully put up might have been unnecessary. Let me see. Who is this tricky energy? A Pisces. Okay. This person could have been a Pisces. How would you know this person? You could work with this person. I told you guys, I was also picking up on that. Like, there could be, whoever this is, if you don't work with them, they could have even been a part of your daily routine in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this was not making you feel good. It was keeping you in a place that made you feel, let me see, how did it make you feel? Delusional. With the Pisces energy coming through. It made you feel delusional. It made you feel foggy. It made you feel like I'm not really, I'm not really going after it, okay? And you recognize that and you cut that shit the fuck out. Now, back to what I was saying. Did I read that this card is calling you? Did I read this whole card, girl? I can't remember. Anyway, if I didn't, I'm going to read the last part again because it needs to be read again. This process is challenging at best. We tend to hold on to the illusions we have created thinking they keep us safe. All they really do is blind us to our true beauty and potential. This card is calling to you to look your truth in the face and not let illusions cloud your view of the true beauty of yourself and others, and also just the true beauty of your journey and how like shit has not stopped. Like you're not stopping here. You can keep going and you are worthy to keep going and you are worthy to like, and you're allowed to want more for yourself. All right. So we also have the number 23, forgiveness. I feel like that's kind of straightforward. There could be a level of forgiving yourself, forgiving others. That doesn't mean that you keep them around, but just that self-love. I do feel like this could also be a forgiveness of self, like not beating yourself up so much that you're just now coming to certain realizations, and instead just being thankful that it didn't go longer than this. Okay, yeah, it might have took you a long time to get to this point, but be thankful that it's not continuing. Okay, so don't beat yourself up with the time that you feel like is lost. Be happy that it happened. Okay, because now it's a new dawn, a new day. So we have number 23, forgiveness. It has been said forgiveness is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. Forgiveness of others, but also forgiveness of self. We are the most critical and judgmental of ourselves. The inner critic does so much more harm than criticism that comes from others. Forgive yourself for trusting others and getting hurt, for not knowing, for not seeing, for not believing. You are human and you are growing and learning. Human perfection is rooted in imperfection. This card indicates the need for forgiveness in the situation asked about. Okay, and that was a lesson that you passed, a test that you passed. So the 3 cards that also came, 10 on the clock, that's crazy. The 3 cards that also came with your spread, okay, look at all this, all air energy. The Knight of Swords, the 6 of Swords, moving to a more peaceful place, talking to yourself better, and the 7 of Swords. Off rip, when I look at this without taking a second, you guys, you kept it real, you kept it funky. But I also feel like someone here, you've learned how to talk better to yourself. Now, of course, you're real with yourself, but there's a certain level of awareness here. There's a level of, I am aware of what in my environment is not bringing me peace. And I am going to, because this is giving me calculated energy, I am going to save myself. Okay, I'm going to remove what needs to be removed. I'm going to plan. I'm going to strategize on how I can get to a better environment. And once I get there, I'm going to have boundaries. Okay, I'm going to put myself in a better place. This also reminds me of, I'm realizing I am capable. Yes, there are some things that I have to remove. And yes, it's almost like someone having a conversation, like a good pep talk with themselves, where they're like, look, I get it. Okay, yeah. This about me could change and that about me could change, but all I have to do is change it. That's all. Having a real conversation with yourself and being like, you know what, instead of me trying to get, all up in my head, I'm just going to be real with myself. Look, we can do this. I just got to make this change. I got to be a little bit more on point with this. I got to be more disciplined in this area. Okay, I got to remove that. I just got to be real with myself. Okay, and I'm going to achieve exactly what it is that I want. This could talk about having those hard conversations with others and with yourself. Once you get the clarity, whatever that comes from, whether it's coming from source, this feels like a lot of source, okay? You get the clarity, you ask for the clarity, you pray for the clarity, and then you don't ignore it this time. You move. Some of you guys were literally being asked to move, relocate, retreat, move away from. And even if you didn't want to, you did it anyway. Okay? This could have even been like you got forced into a level of taking a hiatus, taking a step back. You might not have wanted to, but you kind of had to just pull back. You're like, I need a moment. I need a moment. All right? So give me 1 second. I want to sit with this a little bit more, and then I'll be back. And we're going to get into your blessings. How or what is going to come from this? Okay? So I'll be right back. All right. My bad, y'all. I'm back. Sorry about the lighting. If it's too light. But I don't like to be in here in the dark too long, girl. I'll start getting sleepy. So I think that should be good. But also, when I looked at Knight of Swords, I'm going to just be saying stuff. And I don't know, you could have been someone... Because I could go different ways with this. This can also talk about getting clear, friend. You were like, I'm not about to sit here and keep bitching or woe is me or fall into this. Like, I'm not gonna make that my reality. Okay, I am going to be real with myself. I'm gonna get clear. I'm gonna get disciplined. Okay, I'm gonna speak up. Okay, maybe that could be opening your mouth to ask about different resources, opening your mouth, having the initiative to put yourself in a better spot. You know, closed mouths don't get fed. There's a level of intense focus, okay? Determination, all right? I'm gonna go after it. Whether it's a project, whatever the case may be, I am going to put myself in a better situation with that Six of Swords. When you were asked to move, you moved. You relocated, you shifted, and this all talks about change. You're like, I can't sit here and be crying about XYZ if I'm continuing to do the same things. You know what I mean? If I'm continuing to keep this illusion-esque energy. This is a lot of like, I can't keep doing, it gives me Ten of Swords energy. Like, it's almost like someone doing the same things, expecting a different narrative. Like, no, you're like, I'm gonna beat the odds. Like, I'm not letting this put a cap on me. I'm not going to be distorted about the people around me, this crabs in the bucket mentality. I'm not going to let the mistakes I've made in the past or the mistakes that my parents or people around me have made hinder me. I'm not going to let the fear of others and what they're saying stop me from knowing that I deserve better, okay? I am going to get clear. I'm going to go after what it is that I want. I'm going to listen to what the Lord is telling me, and I'm going to make sure that I strategize and that I put myself in a position to win, because I can win and I deserve that. And anybody that gets in the way, that has been kind of proving that they do not have my best intention at heart, I'm going to do what I need to do with them. They're either going to get cut off or there's a boundary. This also talks about not telling everybody everything. So that could have also been a lesson that you had to learn. And some of y'all learned that lesson in a hard way, okay? Where it's like, don't be telling them that no more. Maybe they told your business, XYZ, but this is a lot of like, I'm going to do what I need to do to get myself ahead. But it feels healthy. It feels healthy, all right? So, what blessings, okay? What blessings are coming in because of you passing this test? What blessings are going to come towards you? Okay, so we have great achievement. It came out like this, but I'm still going to read it upright. Great achievement. What blessings are coming in? So this could be a smaller win. Oh my gosh, look at this. Back and forth. That came out in reverse. I got to figure out why these are coming out in reverse. Ooh, someone did not want you to pass this test. It could also just be the devil, okay, the enemy. You passing this test and you getting your mind right. This is a lot about getting your mind right, getting your mind clear, okay? You're no longer in that back and forth state, okay? There's a level of, I'm done with the back and forth. Like, you don't deserve my energy. That doesn't deserve my energy. Like, there's a level of clarity around how you're going to step forward. You might not know exactly where you're headed, but there's like there's something here about you won't have to be in limbo about this anymore. This has just opened up a pathway for you where you're not going to feel like you're going back and forth. You're not going to feel like what you're doing. See, because yeah, especially with that Knight of Swords, being around like-minded people, people that want to see you win. Yeah, this is you putting yourself in a position, I don't want to say to be praised, because it feels rightfully praised. It just, the way this is coming through. Okay, so first of all, I do see a blessing here coming through. It's some type of achievement, but it could be like an internal achievement. It feels like something to do with how you see yourself. Maybe you were always someone that felt like you had to be rich in order to feel like you were actually making strides in this world, or you felt like you had to have this car, this. All of that is dissolving, okay? You're going to be able to look around you and feel worthy and feel like what you're achieving is actually that, an achievement. It's not less than, okay? Because you're getting rid of all this muddy ass, weird ass energy, all right? I also feel like there's a project that you've been working on here. Because this still feels like it's in process, okay? There's something that you're building or working on that I feel like is going to work in your favor, okay? This keeps giving me, because I'm not reading this in reverse, this is a blessing. This keeps giving me like a small win. Like a small win. You have to have this win before you get to the other one, okay? So this is like reaching the next level of something. I just see a lot of the fog going away. There's so much fog going away, and it might not seem big. See, this feels energetic for me, because when your mind is in alignment and when your mind feels confident and it's like it's with you, when it's like, all right, we can do this. Your mind feels it, you feel it. Change can happen. 555 on the clock, okay? So this all has to do about you feeling confident enough to go after it. You feeling clear enough to not have to be asking this person, that person, this person. Like, you feel clear. You don't have to go back and forth. You're not going in between timelines. So this could even be you going into a different timeline completely, because you've changed your environment. You've gotten certain people away from you. You've shifted your mindset. This is all about you shifting your mindset, okay? Yes. Hold on, friend. I ain't gonna lie. There could be some new love coming in. I know this sounds very like simple, but I don't think you understand. Have you ever been in a place in life where you just can't make a decision? You keep going back to that person. It's hard for you to put down that chocolate cupcake. It's hard for you to put down the things that you know are literally hindering. All of that shit is not going to be a thing for you. It feels like it's very clear. I'm not going back and forth. I've made my decision and I'm standing on that. So this is all about your mind. So it feels like your mind might have been in a fog, and you're like, if I could just get my mindset clear, like all this other shit is not going to matter. All right. So let me see. Number one, the great achievement, an event. Also, don't be shy, pile one. I think, don't be shy. Put your stuff out there. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it's time to put it out there. So I'm going to read this. Let me start with this one. Let me go straight to... All right. So this card reverse indicates some difficulties around career or a personal pursuit. There may be a delay in getting what you want, or the result you seek may be unavailable at this time. Either way, you are frustrated about how much effort you're putting into a project that seems to be going nowhere. Ooh, it's time to step back and take a break. Take a fresh look at the outcome you desire and the process you're taking to get there. Let me tell you something. If there's ever something that happens that causes you to like, it almost reminds me when you get so overwhelmed and you just have to walk around for a minute to like take a step away. Like, it takes you away from what you've been beaten like mentally, like beating it up, like analyzing it to death. There's something here about a break, a change of pace that you might feel like is delaying things, but it's all happening for your greatest good, to give you some mental clarity. All right. But regardless of that, the way I'm reading this, okay, something that was moving slow, something that was exactly in that damn energy. It felt like it was delayed. It felt like nobody was seeing you. It felt like it wasn't making it wasn't progressing. Like, it wasn't being seen. Like, this just feels like something here is going to be seen. You are going to be acknowledged for this, okay? It is going to start making, and I keep wanting to say this word, I just don't know. Y'all know how I get when I'm channeling. It's making headway. Something here is progressing, okay? And it will be seen. And let me combine this with this back and forth. Number 5, intention. Back and forth on the intention seesaw. This card reverse is a good omen for increased action in your life. Look at this. You're finally ready to make that decision you've been resisting. In fact, you may have already done so. You have the clarity and consciousness to figure out exactly what you want to do, and you have the power to do it. The hesitation of the past may linger a bit, and I was feeling that. That's why I was like, there's something here still there, but you know, of course, I'm talking about blessings, so we don't want to keep, going back. All right, so just be mindful of that. The hesitation of the past may linger a bit, but your courage is growing. That's what's happening. You're getting ready to take control of your destiny. See, this might seem small, but people don't understand when the courage is not there. This is real big for y'all specifically, because when your confidence isn't there, when the courage is not there, when your mindset isn't in the right place, it stifles you so fucking much, and that is dissolving, friend. Okay, it is. So it says, things bode well for your new decisions and focused actions. Things bode well for your new decisions and focused actions. It may take some time to gain momentum. It might take a little bit of time, all right? But you're on the right track. Focus on your goal and take the action needed. This is a time of great energy for you. Open up the unlimited confidence and courage that your soul provides. Your affirmation is, it is safe and comfortable for me to make my own choices. I always choose the path that honors me. All right. So I feel like the same things that you guys pass, it could be like an ongoing thing that you just have to remind yourself. Like, I have to remind myself I am worthy. Okay. And I got this. But this to me is just, you just open the door for yourself. Like, you did this all by yourself. In the way you're going to be blessed, there's just a level of confidence. I just keep feeling confidence, friend. I just keep feeling confidence, okay? I really do. What area of your life is going to be blessed the most from this specific test being passed? Cancer energy, stability, security, home life, okay? Mother. This could be healing with the mother. This could be you becoming a mother, okay? How these blessings come up. This could be a new home. This could be a new community revolving around what makes you feel at home. These are the blessings that are coming in. New friendships, better people to surround yourself with. When I also think of the 4th house, I think of like the heart and security, okay? What makes you feel secure? What makes you feel at home? What makes you feel like you could flourish? It all starts with the home, okay? You're writing your own narrative, friend. And I feel like this is something that you've always wanted to do, but it just felt like the mindset was just not matching up. And things in your environment were in the way, and you've gotten rid of those things. Or at least have acknowledged that they have to go. And you're in the process of doing what the fuck you need to do. Okay? And I feel like that was the lesson. At least just realizing like this was an issue. That is stifling you. It's not that, it's what you're holding on to. It's how your mindset is. It's how you're putting a cap on yourself based off of someone else's decisions or based off of what they tell you, their projections. It's all of that, okay? So what blessings are coming due to them passing this test? Oh, thank you. Ooh, friend. Exactly. And I did see a 0808. The number 5, Leo, shine. That's confidence, friend. That's heart. That's courage, okay? Creativity, and look at that. Sagittarius, expansion. This is all about your confidence. This is going the extra mile, understanding that that does not define you. Whatever that situation was, whatever the fuck it was, it doesn't define you. You define you, okay? You can switch it up right now. Life has not stopped for you. It is not over. That did not put a cap on your success. There is more room to grow, expand, to shine. And I also feel like if you guys do have a specific endeavor that you're working on and you've been really trying to perfect it, I really feel like there's going to be some expansion here. Because someone here has been really, this could even be someone here has been reading more or really trying to sharpen their skills, and it is going to show. There's a lot of like publicity here, public energy. Something here is definitely going to expand. And I do feel like it has to do with how you shine, how you show up, popularity, meeting better people. You have the courage. This is the confidence. The confidence, friend. It is. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. So yes, you guys, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Okay, pile 2. So your 2 cards. Well, first of all, your top card was the number 39, creativity. So off rip, I feel like I could be talking to someone who's very creative. And I feel like you could have really been embracing that more. The things that other people, I don't know, like there's something here about whatever your creative expression is or self-expression or what you've been wanting to do, you've been embracing that more and you've been putting it out here or out there. It's so crazy because I just thought of Sarah. Okay, so, ooh, my girl Sarah. So Sarah, she literally, she does anime, what is it called? Where you do the costumes. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like where you might go to the conventions and you do the different costumes and, you know, and she had just made a post and I keep seeing that when I'm in y'all spread. It's like, let me see if I could, oh, I can't. Bliss got my phone. But, damn, what is that called? Those conventions where they do like the costumes, they might be different people. Fuck, I can't think of it right now. It's going away from me. But honey, when I saw her pictures, you could just see the progression. Like she does so fucking good. Like, and she's just putting that out there. And you know, some people might find that to be odd, but you don't give a damn. You're like, I'm doing this and I'm going to be good at it and I'm going to accept it, embrace it. And I do feel like whatever you've been embracing and putting out there, you could even be painting more. There's something here about learning about something that you've always wanted to do. I don't know. It's inspiring other people to be themselves. There's something here about being yourself. It's inspiring others to also want to be creative. You could be a teacher. You're not gatekeeping. You're sharing the wealth with others. You could also be like a tarot reader. There's something that you do. You could provide a service or some level of inspiration. And it happens by you being you and just owning that and putting it out there. And I don't think you understand just how much of a light you've been to others. You pour into other people, okay? So anyway, we also have the number 34, ancient wisdom. No longer denying it. Okay, someone here, you answered the call, friend. I don't know what the call was, but you know it was calling to you. Like, girl, we got to pick this back up, or I got to start, you know, capitalizing off of this skill. I should go after that. Why am I not going after that? Why am I letting my intuition just go to the wayside? I know I could read cards. I know I could be a Reiki healer. I know I could probably be making some money off of my paintings. There's something here, but there's also a level of creating and then giving to others, not just holding it and keeping it to yourself. So I feel like there's a level or like something here about perfectionism or selfishness that you dissolved, okay, for some of you guys. Yeah, but what I'm gonna do first, so you also have these 4 cards. Let's just, I'm gonna get these out, and then I want to read. You answered some type of call, honey, for sure, now that I think I remember one of the cards in here. But let me just start off by reading from the book, okay? So we have the numbers 3 and 3, 9 and 4. 313 could be very very important for you. I don't know why. It was just really big for y'all to embrace something. I don't know. Some of you guys, like maybe you finally stop questioning it and you're just like, I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't give a fuck. I could be new in this, or maybe I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, I might be still a little novice, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You don't understand how many people you're inspiring by you just doing it. You're like, I'm just gonna just fuck it. It gives me fucking energy. But let's go. Number 39. All right. Somebody here, you could also be studying. You could be studying something that is very not familiar to many of the people around you or to your culture. And for some of you guys, it might have even got you a little outcasted, but you said fuck it anyway, and you're like, I'm still gonna do me. Okay. I don't know why that 3 of Cups just gave me arranged marriage. Somebody here, you broke past something and you're like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do me. This is my life. This is how I want to express myself. This is what I want to go to school for. This is what I want to go after. And believe it or not, you're inspiring other people. And I feel like some of you guys could even be inspiring the elders that were very stuck and stubborn and maybe even went against what it is. Oh, my phone is going off. Maybe even went against what it is that you were trying to achieve or what you wanted to go after. They could have like laughed at it, thought it wasn't no money in that. You're actually inspiring them and they're like, damn, like maybe I should have went after my dreams when I was younger. Maybe, you know, like there's something here about like, wow, like that's crazy. Like it's making them think like maybe I don't need to be so rigid. Maybe I do need to have a little bit more fun, you know? So number 39, creativity. This is profoundly creative. This is a profoundly creative time period for you, whether it is in the tradition of arts, music, or writing, or it could be a new curiosity about exploring a way to funnel your creative urges. Yep. To be creative, you need to access your right brain, your emotional, sensing, feeling center. Do this by trying things you've never done before. That right there. Trying things you've never done before. Get physical, dance, doodle. That's why I said this doesn't have to be the most extravagant of things. There could be like, you just never know why it's a test. Sometimes trying something new, adding a new shebang shabizzle is all we need to get the momentum going, to really like tap us into our potential. And I'm not going to explain how it could do that because for everybody it's different, but you just never know how that shift could really elevate you. When we acknowledge and act upon our impulse to create, yes, no longer sitting on it. You're like, I'm not just going to sit on this and be like, damn, that's so cool that they do that, or damn, I could be doing this. You're doing it. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So when we acknowledge and act upon our impulse to create, we are aligning our will with the Creator. In this, we can experience the flow of being on your highest path. Start creating and notice how time has no meaning anymore. You're not letting time be a factor. You're no longer being like, I'm too old for this or I'm too young for this. No, you're like, I'm doing me. That is a big thing for this group, okay? Look at this. Hours fly by before you realize it. It is not a struggle. It is pure inspiration. This card can also signify a birth of a child or of a whole new way of being, okay? Some of you guys, you brought life into this world or you're carrying life. I just want to tell you, if you recently had a child, honey, that is an ancestor, just so you know. Just so you know. They could have even came after someone had passed, or they could have came on the same birthday of an ancestor. I'm just telling you, that's an ancestor friend. That is, okay? So, number 34, ancient wisdom. Nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any excessive noise in your head. Why do I feel like some of you guys, this is like divine messages? Like God could have been talking to you like, girl, go after that. Get back into that. Do that project. Or you feeling down, go into nature. And it's like you listened. I feel like this is a lot of your ancestors also being proud that you were listening to them this time around. Like you listened, okay? Anyway, nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any excessive noise in your head. In nature, all the secrets of the universe are held, from the fiercest energy of a raging sea in a storm to the nurturing and loving energy of 100-year-old grove of trees. Get out in nature and listen to what she has to tell you. There is much to learn from nature. Trees just want to be trees. Somebody here, you know what this just made me think of? You could practice hoodoo. Someone here, you could have been crying to the tree. You know what I'm talking about, friend. You know. All I'm going to say is you were heard. That's all I gotta say. I just gotta say, they did a real big release outside. Yeah, you did. It could have been by a tree, or you could have gave an offering, even by water. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about if you do the one. All right. Yeah, you were heard. I just want to say that. Anyway, okay, look, trees just want to be trees. They are not trying to be boulders. Deer are just deer. They accept that. Wolves are wolves. They know no other way. They do not try to get an extreme makeover to become a bear. This is a lot of you accepting your qualities and capitalizing off of that and seeing the gem in what it is that you naturally have to offer. This is your natural gifts. Because when I look at that number 3, I also think of the 3rd house and putting that shit out there. You are inspiring hella people. Okay? Hella. This energy vibration can be so different than the human experience. It is pure love, non-judgment, and acceptance. And I feel like you have done that. You've provided that to yourself, a level of that to yourself. I know it's not easy, and we don't, sometimes we don't stay in that energy, but I also feel like you've been a helping hand to others. Not only have you provided that good Ace of Cups energy to yourself, you've also poured it into other people. So this is giving me a level of, there could even have been a test where there was someone that was in need, and maybe you ain't have it to give. I'm telling y'all, this is giving like real big. You might not have even known that you were speaking to an angel, or you might not have even known the person that you helped, or the person that you've been doing readings for, or the person that you've been assisting and giving, motivational quotes to. You don't know who stands behind them, okay? It is an army of ancient people, okay? People with ancient wisdom, the ancestors, high-ranking people, and you uplifted one of their members. You provided some type of seed of power to them by you just being you, and they're very thankful. Very. Anyway, did I read this part? Okay, this energy vibration can be so different than the human experience. It is pure love, non-judgment, and acceptance. When you tap into the ancient wisdom of the natural world, you find peace within yourselves. You get to know thyself. By drawing this card, you are being asked to come to peace with who you are and what you have to offer to the situation. Now, again, you guys, like I said, I understand that that is an ongoing process, but I really feel like there has been a level of you really just embracing who you are and seeing the gem in that. And through that, you are inspiring people, and you have people's ancestors like happy as fuck, like very much so, like very thankful for you. And I was getting this little sad energy. I also felt like, this is very specific, but you specifically, I don't know when this would have been, but you could have actually talked somebody off of a ledge, 11:11 on the clock, like literally. Like this is giving like real big humanitarian energy, but also just kind-hearted energy. Like you're not just gatekeeping the goodness, you're helping. You don't think you're above nobody. You're like, you are really a safe space for a lot of people. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, and make sure that you are also, giving that same, well, I feel like you are, but giving that same energy to yourself, just going forward, yeah. But yeah, you stopped somebody from ooh-eyed. Does that make sense, friend? 1144, yeah. This person could have actually been older than you. Wow, you don't even know. Somebody was literally, you might not even know. Let me see, who is this person? You might not even know that this person was on the edge. They could have been a Gemini. This could have even been somebody that you were talking to online. Or this could be someone that watches you, friend. Little do you know, you be saving lives. People be on their last little leg, and when they see you pop up, it could be anything. Like people don't understand. It doesn't have to be no tarot reader. It could be, there are people that I watch and I'm like, me watching them do whatever they're doing, it brings me joy. Like it brings me a sense of peace. It helps ground me just by them showing up and being them and doing them. Okay, it just gives me a level of happiness. Some people might even feel that way with me. They might not really come here for the reading and the message. I see somebody say that. They're like, I just come to hear your voice. Or like the entertainment. You see what I'm saying? Like you just never know how you're being a light in people's lives. So you are showing up, and friend, that's a test that you've been passing. Maybe whatever phase of life you were in prior to whenever this shift happened, you weren't really doing that. You weren't really seeing how much of a gem you were. But now it's like, I'm just going to be me. I'm not going to try to be you. I'm not going to try to fit in over there. I'm just going to be me and flourish. And that is beautiful. And it's inspiring so many other people to do the same. So the cards that you have, the Lovers, Gemini energy, making your own choices. This is a powerhouse. There's something here like kind of rebellious about y'all energy, but you are also a safe space for so many people. We have Temperance in reverse. The Devil card. Ooh, that's a lot of major arcana, bro. And the Page of Cups. Friend. I just want y'all to sit with that, okay? I'm gonna sit with this for a couple seconds. I'm already getting some stuff off of here. I'm not gonna lie, friend. I do feel like a lot of you guys are healers. I do feel like part of your test was to help somebody get out of a negative space. And you might not have even known that like how much of an impact that you had, but I really feel that. And I feel like you're naturally showing people how to, like, it's a different way. You don't have to fall. You don't have to listen to them, or you don't have to feel like you gotta restrict yourself because of what society says. Like, you don't have to let this world control you. Like, you can find love, you can find peace, you can make your own community. Like, there's something here like that where you're giving people hope. Like, this feels like I'm giving people hope and I'm showing them that you can do this, you can handle that. Or there's something here about, like, I don't know, you could be a hard worker. I also feel like some of you guys, a lesson here was to not be so much of a workaholic, or not to be so much in your mind, being so worried about perfectionism, and just putting it out there, you know, just putting it out there, being like, you know what, I know I'm good enough, and I know my mind is good enough, and I just want to be creative. Fuck it. Like, I just want to have fun with this shit. Like, I'm tired of, you know, like, putting a cap on me, and I'm tired of the restrictions. I just want to, like, do it. I'm going where my heart's, you know, I'm flowing, baby. I'm flowing. Like I said, somebody here brought life into this world, okay? I don't know why that is coming through, like you brought life into this world. Somebody here could have also adopted a child, or you could have mentored a child in some way. Like, someone here could be a teacher. Yeah, bro, you are doing a lot. If you're a teacher, or someone here, some type of teacher or mentor, or you provide some type of service, a therapist, friend, good karma coming from all of this, all right? But let me pause this really quick. I'm gonna sit with this a little bit longer, and then I'll be back. And we're gonna talk about your blessings after this. All right, there's actually a lot here, you guys, when I really just sat with these cards. There's hella coming through about you not letting your circumstances detour you from what you authentically and how you authentically want to show up. Even if everything pointed in another direction, if you know that God was telling you to move this way, if you know that moving like that wouldn't feel good to you because it wasn't in alignment with who you are at your core and just what you're trying to be, you didn't do it. I also feel like anything in your environment that would overwhelm you, okay, before, the things that would make you paralyzed and just make you feel like, oh, I'm just not gonna do it, you might be drawn to another pile. I'm gonna lie, okay? But there's this level of, I'm gonna just take it bit by bit. I'm gonna be patient with myself. I'm not gonna just throw it to the wayside and give up. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna understand that this is not just gonna happen in a day, but I'm gonna take it step by step. There could even be some things that you procrastinated on that you got out the way. Like, you took it bit by bit and you were able to make progress by doing that. And not only did you make progress, but you also felt better in the process. You've been practicing self-love and incorporating that in all of these changes, okay? Because that Lover's card can also talk about someone being true to themselves, but also being real with yourself on what needs to change, what is debilitating you. And you guys could be struggling with addiction still. Like, it could still be something that you are working through, but you're working through it, okay? You're trying to moderate. You're trying to literally get things in alignment, all right? I just feel like anything that, like, when it comes to your core values and just what you want out of this life, there's just a lot of, like, making the shifts, making the changes. And also, this group, this is a lot about authenticity and grace and self-love and just following your heart. Like, I know that might sound very cliche, like, that's stupid, but no, like, it's real. It's such a big deal for this group. Okay, like, it's such a big deal for y'all not to get lost in the sauce of what everybody else got going on and what they want you to do. This is very much so, yeah. I also feel like the Devil card right there, there could even be a level of making peace with your shadow, okay? Instead of looking at it 222 as a hindrance, you're like, you know what? This is a level of, I'm going to make peace with that. I'm going to, I don't know. Instead of looking at it like I just want to outcast you, no, I'm about to hold your hand. This is a lot of you holding your shadow side's hand, okay? So however that looks to you, there could have even been some shadow work that you went into, like some deep ass reflection, okay? You could even be going to therapy, all right? There's a lot of that. And I also see just you doing new things, adding new stuff into that regimen, things that are going to help you reach a certain level of peace, harmony, okay? And it's crazy because whatever y'all were doing, it seems like y'all were doing it during a time of chaos or just like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? But you took the initiative. Yeah, y'all might be definitely drawn to another group. So enough of that. What blessings are going to come to you due to what you pass? Hold up, y'all. I'm sorry. What blessings are coming to my pile too? Why? Y'all might definitely be drawn to pile 1, okay? So this card just came out, but it hit my thumb, so back and forth. Oh, y'all definitely might be drawn to pile 1, okay? So what blessings are coming to my pile 2? Stuck energy. I still feel like, okay, this is what your spiritual team wants you to know, because I really do feel like there could be something still lingering in your energy when it comes to what you still are stuck on. But the fact that there's still progress here, okay? So something is still working out, like there's still some kinks being worked out, friend. But the fact that you're starting to see the stuck energy, that you're starting to see that no longer fits my narrative, okay? That in itself is a blessing. Okay, so there's something here about, okay, there it is. Where you've been feeling stuck and where you've been feeling stagnant, that is going to be no longer. There's a level of clarity here. There's a level of ambition. There's a level of focus. There's a level of knowing exactly where you need to go. You don't feel lacklustery. I also feel like there could even be some confidence attached to this. What other blessings are coming in? Yeah, energetically, you're not going to be feeling stuck. Wow, the sacred temple. See, this is a lot of inner. I like that. This is a lot of inner. All right, so let me go to the book and just vibe. Okay, let's start with that sacred temple. There could even be like a spiritual upgrade. You could even be getting more in tune with a spiritual gift that you have. Not my stomach growling, girl. What's going on? What is going on? Okay. So we have number 5, Spirit. Okay. Your Hall of Records. This card unveils your ultimate place of power and inspiration. So this is a blessing that's coming to you, okay? The sacred temple is the seat of your soul, and it's always available to you as a source of peace, balance, and connection to spirit. So if you've been feeling like God ain't been hearing you, or your connection to God has just been tainted, like you're going to be feeling that is not going to be a thing. You're going to be feeling like you can clearly channel. You're going to become a clear channel. You're going to feel like your prayers are being answered, all right? And you're going to feel very connected to the divine, very connected to source, and also very connected to yourself, all right? In a very peaceful, like loving way. It says you can access this wonderful place by meditating on your own heart center. So there's some healing happening around the heart space. Receiving this card, okay, yeah, that's what it is. Some of you guys are still struggling from moving on to something, and you made that very clear to your spiritual team. They are going to help heal your heart space. That's a blessing coming in so that you can move this energy. That is a blessing coming in. There's assistance helping you to move from what you feel stuck in. It feels like something that you're not trying to be stuck in. There's an energetic stuckness there. They're going to remove that, all right? So you are a point. Oh, wait, let me look at this. Let me go back. You can access this wonderful place by meditating on your own heart center. Receiving this card upright is telling you it's time to do so. And you know what I think of when I think about meditating? Some people can't meditate, or they feel like they can't because their mind is just all over the place. So there's a level of clarity and peacefulness in the mind state. Yeah, and my phone just went off. Yeah, who the hell is that? My phone literally just went off when I said that. So it says you are at a point in your life and in your personal power where you are able to open this holy vault and connect with the unlimited information contained therein. The unlimited information, ancient wisdom, the unlimited information. Didn't I just talk about like when you're outside, just connecting with the unlimited power of nature? Like all of that is in the air. Ooh, so this is something spiritual, friend. Those of you that are like practitioners or something just got unlocked. It did. It's almost like they're like, okay, they're ready. They're ready for that gift. They're ready for that uptick. They're ready for that. So let's see. Whatever project you may be working on, whatever type of information you need, whether personal, spiritual, financial, medical, artistic, scientific, or any other topic, look at this. The answers you seek are available to you now through the Akashic records. So I'm telling y'all, this is divine messages coming down to you that are like, aha. Like you might be like, damn, how did this just come now? Don't question it. But there's a level of clarity, an answer, okay? A knowing. I also feel like where it has been really hard for you to get messages, it's going to be coming down. They feel like you're ready. Like there's a certain clear channel energy that I'm getting with this, okay? So when you connect with this powerful spiritual source, you will find all of the avenues of your life opening up with possibility. This card is telling you that you are ready. So take the time to enter the temple, meditate, trust, and believe. You'll be amazed at the important energy and information you find there. And for those of you who've been practicing some type of spiritual craft, divination, you're ready. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you are. Now I'm going to go to intention. This definitely came, I'm sorry, not intention. I'm going to go to the back and forth. This came out in pile 1. And we're going to read the reverse. Look at this. This card reversed is a good omen. Well, let me read what the card is first. It's back and forth on the intention seesaw. So your intentions, you're going to be very clear. Okay, there's clarity here, yo. This card reverse is a good omen for increased action in your life. Increased action. Increased momentum, no more stuckness. No more stuckness, friend. I'm seeing it. You're finally ready to make that decision you've been resisting. In fact, you may have already done so. You have the clarity and consciousness to figure out exactly what you want to do, and you have the power to do it. Do you know how powerful that is, to not feel confused and to feel powerful enough to carry that shit out and support it and have all that? That's what's coming. That's what's here. The hesitation of the past may linger a bit. We see, but your courage is growing and you're getting ready to take control of your destiny. Things bode well for your new decisions and focused actions. New decisions and focused actions. It may take some time to gain momentum, but you're on the right track. So whatever you are stuck on that makes you feel like you're not progressing, whatever that is, it's just going to take some time. Like it's a process. It didn't happen in a day. It's not going to go away in a day. Okay, you wasn't fantasizing about that man and just for 24 hours. You know it's been a couple of years, so you know it's going to take some time. It might not take a whole couple of years to get over it, but it's going to take some time, friend. It just is what it is. So don't get confused on that and think that you are like not moving forward. There's something here of like, don't confuse what that is. This is just literally going to take time. We're slowly unraveling it. It could even be multiple lessons in this stuck energy, whatever that is, that needs to be dealt with accordingly and singularly, not all at once, because it's a big bundle. All right, this is almost giving me a message I gave in pile 2 of my how has their perspective changed about you. By the time y'all get this reading, that reading probably won't be out. It'll probably be on Patreon, 11 on the clock. So definitely watch that, you know what I mean? It'll be coming to YouTube too, but yeah. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this book. Look at this. It is safe and comfortable for me to make my own choices. I always choose the path that honors me. You're feeling more confident to just do what honors you. And not in a rude way, but in a, yeah, like I'm allowed to do this. Open up to the unlimited confidence and courage that your soul provides. Ooh, let's go to that stuck energy though. And I'm going to read it in the upright just to give some insight. Energy. It says going nowhere. Upright. An old-fashioned truck is stuck deeply in mud, clearly not going anywhere. Oh my gosh, that makes me think of pile 1. A frustrated man sits on top trying to discern how he's going to get it out. Similarly, you are looking at a situation in your life where you feel overwhelmingly stuck and you simply don't know how to change things. Oh, perhaps you're in a job that's dissatisfying, yet you feel like you can't leave because of the money. Maybe you're in a relationship that's stifling or even in some way dishonoring to you, yet you feel you must stay. Perhaps for the kids or because you believe you can't make it on your own. Whatever it is, you find yourself so deeply entrenched that you can't seem to move. Yet take a moment to notice the rainbow and orbs behind the man. These represent the power of your own spirit. Some of you guys are going to really be tapping in with your power. It feels, you know, the way I'm saying it, it sounds like, okay, my power. No, but for real, to really get this shit out the way. I'm so serious. This is big. Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry. I'll be doing that. Yet, take a moment to notice the rainbow and orbs behind this man. These represent the power of your own spirit, and the message here is a life lesson from your soul. Look at this. It's time to know that you do have the power to resolve this seemingly unresolvable situation. Stop and figure out the logistical steps you need to take. Meditate on the strength of your soul. You always have options, and you are resourceful. You are resourceful. incapable enough to figure them out. Only you have the power to choose the direction of your life. No matter what you're dealing with, you can get unstuck. Okay? And that is going to be very prevalent in your energy. Somebody needs to hear that. So, okay, what other area? What blessings are coming through because of this test that they passed, this lesson that they learned? What blessings are coming to my pile 2? Let it fall out the deck, please. Let it fall out the deck, please. Okay, what blessings are coming to pile 2? Lord, not lessons. What blessings are coming to pile 2? Ooh. Solar flares activate, number 17. Ooh, for Rand. Okay. Let me go to the book. I want to go straight to the book for this one, if I can find it. So let's read. Ooh, because that deserves to be read. Number 17, the solar flares. The solar flares. Ooh, look at this. The sun's surface is always roiling. Do they mean rolling? Anyway, a flare can flash brightly on the surface or become a coronal mass ejection, many times the size of the Earth, that shoots out charged particles. Woo. Charge the fuck up, friend. Activated. When these particles head toward Earth, not only are our electronics disrupted, but also our politics heat up as we question old systems and grow hungry for new answers. The volume turns up on all astrological activity. Oh shit. High peaks of okay, someone here is definitely you're super spiritual. Honey, it's about to activate, friend. Shit about to get activated. I know you're probably like, oh my gosh. No, but for real, it's about to get activated. You know it too, 15-15. Whatever this next phase, it will require a little bit more discipline. But I do feel like this is giving me being called into the Hierophant energy. Yep. It's a blessing. It does come with some, but it's a blessing, friend. It is. So anyway, high peaks of solar activity were recorded around the French Revolution, the American Revolution, and during the mid-1960s, times when people fought the status quo and sought revolutionary change. It's giving Aquarius. It's giving the star card, number 17. That's my birthday, friend. I love the number 17. You know it. But yeah. Honey, some of you guys are about to start a revolution. I don't think you understand. And depending on who I'm talking to, this can vary. But I'm not gonna lie. Someone here, I don't know if you got a little invention. I don't know. It could be whatever you're thinking about putting out there, or the way that you're doing it, your self-expression. You're gonna make a name for yourself. I really see that. It could be viral energy. It could be, I don't know, it's something, this is giving me that. I'm seeing you on a stage. I'm seeing that for someone here. It's something that you do. It almost reminds me, let me tell you like this. You know how there's Aristotle and there's these philosophers and these people, the Morgan Greers. I'm not saying that Morgan Greer is a philosopher, but you know how they're well-known names in a specific category, okay? I don't know, something that you put out. I don't know if it's a book. Yeah, going back to that creative card, it's something that you creatively put out there that could actually end up being big. People use that system, or they use your knowledge. Girl, some of y'all might need to write a book, friend. This is giving that. It's connected to anything revolving around the 3rd house. Huh. Look at that, and that Sagittarius energy. Ooh, I'm talking to some gurus, some teachers. You're meant to be teaching. You're meant to be offering knowledge. I feel that gives me that philosopher energy. I ain't gonna lie, friend. Y'all should see how I'm looking at the camera. My eyes all big, mouth agape, for real. But anyway, okay, action. Changes in the air. A flare of energy supports your work. This is the blessing coming towards you. A flare of energy supports your work. The mood is restless, sparky, revolutionary, and curious. People are hungry for change. That's the thing. Y'all, this is giving me Aquarius energy. See, whatever you're doing, little do you know, it might seem offbeat or it might seem weird, but people are ready for change, and you are the change. This is almost, what? Damn, there's a card that's coming to my mind from a deck, and it's not coming to me. You don't know it yet, but this is what people need. This is giving me ahead of your time type of energy. Futuristic energy. Anyway, it's not the time to be quiet, but to be fast on your feet. Solar flares magnify the energy on any other cards you pull, so speak up. When the sun is storming, our social and political world activates. Revolutionary change manifests and trees grow faster in the forest. Aim carefully because a solar flare brings momentum, not thoughtfulness, that you have to provide. A calm metaphysical perspective may not be easy, but you can bring that in to create balance and longevity. You keep getting that balance, okay? What you build during a solar flare may be hot and fervent, but not necessarily long-lived. To turn an idea or a love affair into something permanent, like a business plan or a partnership, will take conscious effort, okay? So remember that. The gift, I mean, it has a challenge. I'm gonna read both because I do feel like it's necessary for this group, because I feel like I'm talking to, these are my Gandhis. Let me not even use Gandhi's name. You know why, friend? But these are like those type of energies, like just giving big energy. Tempers flare along with the sun. You can scorch yourself with too much passionate action and not enough emotional sensitivity if you're not mindful, okay? Not me almost saying titty. But anyway, that's the challenge. But the gift, this goes into the blessing. The sun is sending extra voltage and inspiration your way, so use it wisely. Feel the heat in the situation, the passion in the people involved, then balance that fire by adding water's compassion, the thoughtfulness of air, and the logistics of earth to turn that inspiration into reality. And I feel like all of that is right here with these cards, the Lovers, the Temperance in reverse, the Devil card, the Page of Cups. So you're ready for this. The fuck? You're ready, friend. Bottom of the deck. We got Saturn structure. That's why I felt like I kind of had to give y'all blessing and a challenge, like a blessing and a lesson, because y'all give that energy. So you could be predominantly ruled by Saturn, but I feel like Saturn favors you. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say, and then we're gonna move on. So yes, girl, that was your spread, or guy, whoever you are. That was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments. Okay, pile 3, come in here. So real quick, I don't know what your vibe is gonna be. I haven't really looked at the cards just yet, but I do want to say, someone here, there's something that you really did not want to do, okay, but you did it anyway because you knew it had to be done. So this could talk about, like, maybe there's certain things that you normally would procrastinate on, or you normally wouldn't do it, or you normally wouldn't get ahead of it, or you normally would let it sit. Like maybe something breaks, and instead of fixing it right then and there, going to the store and going to get whatever you need, you wait. Okay, so there's something here about you gave yourself a leg up because you learned from the last time. All right, I also feel like there's a congratulations to how you spent your money. It's like you spent your money better, or you invested better. You could have also done a very charitable act as well that blessed somebody else. But regardless of the fact, girl, boom, don't mind my hands, I got coconut oil. You have the number 22, transformation. This has already given me all the other piles. I would not be surprised if there's certain repetitive messages that come through. The caterpillar. There's a level of taking pride in the journey ahead of you and just being open to the growing pains, the challenges, the blessings. Some of you guys might not even be super concerned with how you're going to be blessed. There's just a knowing that you're going to be blessed. You're like, I already know I'm going to be blessed. I more so want to dive deeper into the lessons, or, you know, the other half of the I'm going to say the other half of the party, the other half of the reading. Okay. I'm about to go out there and tell babe. I'm like hearing his conversation and then also talking to y'all. So before I do that, girl, we got these cards. So these are the cards that will assist me. Okay. Ooh, 5. Put this way. Okay, so let me start by first just coming straight out the gate and reading number 22. Let me tell this man. Hold on, y'all. Babe. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And it's crazy. Okay, I felt this. That's what I wanted to say the first time. Honey, there was a certain situation, and this isn't just because I had to go out there and tell Beta, shh, okay? But this was even before that. That's the first thing. Okay, somebody here, you could have crashed out, friend. Like if you were to compare how you handled a situation, I don't know if this was super recent. Let me see. What was the situation that you could have crashed out in, but you didn't? Oh, oh, girl. And the crash out was definitely warranted, okay? This could have to do, because I see the 8th house here, okay? So somebody could have played with your money. There could have been a situation between family, because I keep getting that storyline about a family dynamic where, you know how when someone passes and there are certain people that are written on the will, and sometimes it could just cause this chaos between family members. So there could have been some drama and people could have been playing with your name. I'm also thinking of a smear campaign. I'm also thinking of someone that you could have had sex with. You know, I'm not gonna lie, friend. I'm gonna just say it. Someone here, you could have even had a situation where someone gave you something. Ugh, girl, this is deep. Whatever this is, it's deep, okay? It could revolve around some type of betrayal, some type of rumor, a smear campaign. And you know what? There's a level of, you know what? I'm not even going to do you how I could do you. I'm not even going to go back to the old pile 3 because I really could do you in. But I am so tapped in spiritually that I know that God can do you better than I could ever do you. The get back, okay? Because I'm covered. There's like a level of, I know I'm covered and I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I also feel like there's a father figure with this group or a stepfather that walks with you. Okay, because I literally just see my dad's birthday, but there's a level here of like, I'm not even going to do you how I could. And it's very specific to the point where this situation, it could have been the most minor of things. Like this could have been something that happened in traffic or whatever it is. I feel like afterwards you was like, woo, man, back in the day, I probably would have like you had a conversation with yourself like, woo, I'm really growing. Woo, the growth. Okay, like, girl. Okay, it gives that, friend. It gives like I really could have took it there, and I didn't because I know you are gonna get God, and I'm gonna be blessed if I don't have to go low with you, and I know that I will get my get back, but I'm not gonna do it. There's a level of knowing, okay. So let me go to this 22. I also feel like someone's been working out here, like you've been consistently working out, or even if it hasn't been consistent, even if you fall off for a day or two, like you get back into it. All right. Because I almost felt out of breath, like I was just working out. So we have the number 22, transformation. After the rain comes the sun. Oh, okay. So you guys did a great job at progressing forward and just trusting the process. Even if everything else was looking a little, you know, it was looking like that. It was like, ugh, like, damn, like you kept going forward. There's a level of you trusted the process, and there's like a deep knowing with this group. Like, I already know that I'm gonna be blessed from this, so I'm gonna keep going forward. So your faith, like being very rooted in your faith with this group, that was a part of like the test you passed, like just trusting and continuing to move forward, even though there's so many things trying to tempt you to go backwards. You didn't. So after the rain comes the sun. After the caterpillar comes the butterfly. This situation you are inquiring about is somehow acting as a catalyst for a major transformation. If you find yourself questioning or having regrets, don't. This gives me like Leo's reading a little bit. Maybe even some of Cancer's. You guys are right where you're supposed to be. Try not to second guess yourself or beat yourself up. Nothing happens that is not supposed to. Many of your issues and situations are not anything to be upset about. They are a path to wholeness. You are the one who infuses drama and chaos into the situation. You are always given opportunities to grow and learn. Growth and learning very rarely come about when everything stays status quo, and just as you think they should. Be thankful you have this wonderful opportunity to transform and heal to a better and higher rate of vibration. So there's a level of optimism here. There's a level of transmutation, but there's also a level of like, I'm not gonna let that beat me down. I'm not gonna fall into that trickery of what's happening around me is like not for my benefit. Like there's a real like, it's like a breath of fresh air. It just feels very positive. It doesn't feel like a toxic positivity. There's just a knowing, like, I know that this comes with life and I know this is going to sharpen my iron. That's it. Okay. So let's see what the cards are. Ooh, Judgment. That's a biggie. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. The Sun. This has a lot to do with honoring your journey, just flat out. Queen of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. Honey, the way you've been rolling with the punches, your spiritual team is very proud of how you maneuver through whatever you just maneuvered through. Because there's a level of staying positive, staying rooted in your faith, trusting the process. There's a level of surrender, but initiation, okay? Making the best of what's going on, romanticizing the situation, okay? Getting a leg up. Even if everything else seems crazy, you're like, I'm not gonna have that perspective. I'm gonna look at this as an opportunity to get ahead, okay? Some of you guys, you've learned a new skill, or you've went back to school. That could have also been a test for some of you guys to further your like to go further in whatever it is. Why is it coming out like that? Something about your degree, like getting a degree, going back into school, finally taking that class, okay? Finally going after that promotion. Even though there was like a fear of what could come with it. There's a level of answering a specific call and knowing that with this, I know it's going to be challenges. I know there's going to be these moments where I feel, you know, there could even be a lot of responsibility that comes with whatever it is that you took on. But there is this strong root of I am in my faith. I'm confident. I know that God walks with me. I know that my spiritual team got me. And I know that if God presented this to me, that God is going to take me through it. Like God's going to give me the energy to get through it. All right. Some of you guys are a supervisor, and the people that work under you, they probably get on your fucking nerves. And you probably be like, I don't even know why I took this damn position because of everything that comes with it. But you're meant to shine. You are meant to be in a higher position. Okay. What do they say with new levels, new devils? Your spiritual team, and I feel like you've been doing this, but this is also a reminder. Continue to keep confident in your faith, because anytime you're elevated to a new level, which I feel like you know already, you are going to be carried through that. Like I'm almost seeing you guys on a boat, and like let's say if you take the boat out and you know like it's a whole damn tsunami, like I literally see y'all being carried through the tsunami and you still get to the other side because of how it's like the knowing, the sense of trust that you put into the divine. All right. See, this is almost like a mastership of all the piles. So you might have been drawn to all of the piles. Yeah, because I'm almost getting a level of pile 1 and pile 2. So I'm going to say that definitely check out pile 1 and pile 2. But let me sit with this for a second. I'll be right back. I want to read a little bit and then we're going to get into your blessing. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So I'm not gonna lie, there's something very profound about this group, and I don't know if there's anything that I can really say to help you to understand. Like there's a level of mastery here, mastery of the elements. You know what I mean? We have air, we have earth. Technically, we can say with Judgment, there's some fire, there's some Mars. There's a level of I just heard time and a place. So something about you, and I'm gonna read that Judgment card because that Judgment card, it casts a shadow on all these other cards. When that Nine of Cups is there, that Sun card, there's a level of you guys living in your truth, but also proceeding with confidence. I'm not saying that you're always feeling confident, but there's like a certain quality of life that I feel like you already have. This almost gives me like I'm romanticizing what I have, and there's something about that that makes you blessed. Like, I don't know, it blesses you. Like not looking to this person or that person to want to live their life, or there's something very humble about this group, okay? Making the most out of life, okay? Counting your blessings, going after it. There is this grit and this tenacity that I really like about this pile, because you're very self-sufficient, but you're humble. I also feel like you're very fair. Okay, you know how to prioritize. Like you've been really working on that, prioritizing, bringing fun into your routine, maybe even turning work into fun. Okay, you've been very eager to learn and open to learning. Like there's a level of, I just keep wanting to say mastery, because you can be in the queen position, but you also can humble yourself to be in the page position when necessary. So there's a level of taking control and having that leadership, having that, like moving things around in your environment to clear up space, holding yourself and others accountable, really taking that Queen of Swords to the next level in a healthy way, a fair way. You could have had a conversation with someone that needed to be had, and you could be the perfect person to deliver messages very bluntly, but also very lovingly. It's very truthful. You're honest. Okay, you ain't been holding back. You're giving honesty, and it's needed. 222 on the clock. Damn, that's crazy. That number is definitely following y'all. That Page of Pentacles, though. Let me look at this. Thirst for knowledge, grounded, practical. Making your dreams a reality. There's something about that. See, you guys aren't just thinking about it. You're actually doing shit. And then you're humble in the process. This group is definitely blessed and highly favored. Okay? Like, I really feel like I just had the sun shines down on you. Like, I don't know. There's something. It feels very natural. Like, this feels very natural to whoever you are. And it feels very like, this is not my first rodeo. Like, I already know how this shit goes. Let me read to you this Judgment card, because this is really the one. This is gonna, I really feel like, tie it back together. Because I feel like the way I'm explaining it, it's watered down. But the feeling I get from this is very, like, my mouth. I feel like there's a level of, like, I'm in awe of pile 3. People could also be looking to you for strength. Y'all might definitely want to watch pile 2 for sure. Like, pile 2, there's something about pile 2 that's bleeding over into this group. So you could resonate with the saying, like, you found your Pluto, or something about Pluto energy for you. You could have really unlocked something there. All right. Now, absolution, evaluation, and reflection. See, you've mastered, there's a certain mastery here, but there's humbleness. And I know you know that there's still more to master, but it's like how you incorporate lessons and reflection. Like, you really take the time to do that shit. You know what I mean? You're not just going through life. Like, you really take the time to reflect, to assess, to, you know, call yourself out if you're wrong, to give yourself grace, to also call somebody else out, you know, if it's necessary, to also hold space for other people. There's this, I don't know, it's very genuine, and it's very, like, light, but it's profound, you know, it's real. So it says prioritize reflection and self-evaluation as you need time to regenerate. Oh, that could be another thing. Like, you guys have really, there's a certain balance, and you guys might still be working on this, but you've shifted something about your regimen, so that you can feel like you're, I just seen 444 on the clock. Like, you have time for play, but you have time for work. You have time for family. Like, there's something here. It's very equal. Okay. You've reached a checkpoint where you are ready to assess your life and release old wounds. Quiet contemplation can lead to an awakening that you are ready to change aspects of your life for the better. You'll be able to recognize patterns in the past that may have served you then, but no longer serve you now. Authenticity has become important to you. Yes, please watch Pile 2. And you want to live your life aligned with your inner spirit and your truest self. And that leads to so much fucking abundance, yo. Oh, there's something about trusting the process. Something got proven to y'all, and I feel like it's giving y'all momentum. Like, it's been proven directly to you, like, yes, Pile 3, you now notice that when you move like this, you get blessed. This is how you should move. And I think that's why there's just a certain level of mastery. Y'all make it look easy, but I know it's not easy. You're just like, just watch Pile 2. Watch Pile 2. There's like a cross happening. Anyway, you've learned from the past and are ready to carry those lessons into the future with experience and wisdom. Trust your judgment. You'll make your decisions based on a perfect blend of intuition and intellect, enhanced by your library of lessons learned from past experiences. I just feel like, I don't know how else to say it. There's like something here about mastery. And also, you took initiative to learn something new or to start something. Because let me also read, I feel like I need to. I'm going to read this Page of Pentacles too, because this is going to hit for somebody. I didn't do this with the other groups, but I just feel like I need to do it with y'all for whatever reason. Page of Pentacles. There we go. So the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Thirst for knowledge, grounded, practical. Look, make your dreams a reality. You have a clear vision in mind and are now setting plans in action to make it happen. So it's like you got your vision clear, and then you're actually taking the steps necessary to bring that shit alive. You are open to further education to expand your knowledge. This includes learning new practical skills that you can directly apply to your life. You have a thirst for learning. This is mastership, bro. This is, and you have like an unlimited amount of energy. You have a thirst for learning, fueling your entrepreneurial spirit with curiosity and wonder. This is a time to collect resources, build assets, and pursue real-world goals. And I feel like y'all were doing that. It's easy to get lost in your dreams, but the Princess of Pentacles asks you to remain grounded in order to apply your creativity for use in the real world. By reframing work as play, you allow yourself to approach learning as a new adventure. Move forward with reason and practicality and set your sights forward to expand. Realize your potential by allowing yourself to grow. So there's a level of mastering the art of detachment and surrender here. There's like multiple things I could say, but like there's like a release. I feel like I'm releasing the grip, because I feel like you do this because you know where it's gonna take you. You know how this shit goes. Like I feel like I'm talking to someone, you're like, I already got it, Pete. You're like, I know how this shit go. Like I don't know. It just feels super humble. So I'm just gonna get to y'all blessings, okay? Because I'm hungry. And I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like this energy just feels very mastery-esque. So what blessings, let me start with these. What blessings are coming? I just heard multiple. What blessings are coming to my pile 3 due to the test that they passed? Ooh, I hit my nail. But we have kindred partnership. Some of you guys, if you ever had a issue with being alone, or you felt like you had to be around certain people in order to be successful, there's a level of self-empowerment, okay? And just like understanding of just how lethal and how powerful your energy is just with you, okay? I'm gonna read that both ways though. Some of you guys have new love coming in or new connections, more like-minded people coming towards you. But I'm also going to read this in the reverse because I did that for the other groups. What blessings are going to be coming to my pile 3? Oh my gosh. They're like, yeah, you right. Commitment. Oh my goodness. The loving man. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull this one. The loving man. And then this was here, travel in reverse. So y'all could, okay, y'all could actually be meeting somebody, friend. They might even live in your city. Like you might not have to look very far in order to meet said person, okay? So there's 2 cards. Look at that. New beginnings at the bottom of the deck and taking steps. I feel like you just be having blessings coming in just because you're very committed to the divine plan. And if you ever get off track, you check back in and be like, okay, God, let me know. Am I doing this right? Like you're very open to source. So I'm gonna start with this. I just want to see what it says. I think I want to read this one and travel in reverse. I want to read the reverse ones just so I can understand what's going on there. But obviously I feel like this has to do with a loving connection, a person coming in, like you're gonna be blessed, like your relationship's gonna be blessed. This can also be a marriage. This is, yeah, all of that. Let me move this over here. Okay. So let's start with the people. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, baby. For real though, I'm hungry. Let's do number 1. This is a loving connection. So coupling. Might be getting rid of out with the old, in with the new. So it says this kindred partnership card reverse reveals a separation of some kind. Someone or something that has been a part of your life is drifting away. It might be as simple as a physical distance from a loved one, or it could be much more severe than that. There may be a total breakup, a separation from a family member or a good friend, or perhaps even a legal dispute. This could be an emotional time, so make sure you take some time to love yourself through it. Such experiences call for you to partner with yourself in determining your own future. So some of you guys, there is a release happening, and it might not feel good, but it is good, okay? This is actually a blessing in disguise. Whatever is in this kindred partnership, I feel like this is out with the old, in with the better. Okay, and there's also a level of we're clearing that out so you could truly commit to yourself. This is us taking the trash out in people. All right, So that's happening for you. So maybe you've been having a hard time separating or like seeing the snakes. It's going to happen. Like it's going to be very, very in your face, and you're going to have the strength to do it. So this separation may be of your own choice, or it may seem to come from out of the blue. Either way, let yourself grieve. Vent any emotions of loss, anger, or hurt in your journal. Make sure you follow up each expression with releasing and an empowering statement, such as, I let go of any negative energies and I reclaim my own power and peace of mind. Your affirmation is, I open my heart and my life to the loving connections coming my way. I deserve to love and be loved. So for those of you that are really trying to get someone out of your energy, I feel like that is a blessing that's going to be coming in. Like, I don't know how it's happening. Okay, everybody's little journey is going to be different, but it almost gives me like a little stuck energy. Okay, you're going to be releasing that. There might even be a situation that comes in that gives you space to cry it out. And that sounds like damn, is that a blessing, P? It is though, because it feels like it's something that you might have had a hard time releasing, but there's help to release this. And it might hurt, but there could be some people around you that your spiritual team is like, they don't need to be around. Like, that, you know how they say the trash takes itself out? I'm getting that, all right? And then we also have travel. Number 5, events. Ooh, my stomach is growling, girl. It is, friend. Okay. In reverse, it talks about moving. The travel card reverse could be a reference to your wanderlust. However, your travels are being canceled or delayed. This might be a blessing too. You may want to get away, but perhaps you've been a little short on money or vacation days. Let me tell you something. If there's anything that happens that stops your travels or delays something, it is a blessing. You never know. Like, anytime my travels get delayed, like, it's frustrating, but you never know. God could have just saved you from a fucking accident, yo. Like, it could have been like you being in the right place, wrong time. You know, there's very much so divine intervention here. So there could even be some blessings that come in that you might not be able to tangibly see, but trust me, if you was to be a fly on the wall in the spiritual realm, you'd be like, damn, that was a close one. Thank you, God, for coming in and helping me, you know? So let's see. If that's the case, this card is telling you to prioritize setting aside some money and being more conscious of your time. With patience, you can still make that pleasant vacation a reality. So something here, there could have been a vacation or something that you wanted to do that seems like it's just not a thing anymore, but you really want it. It is going to be a thing. You'll be able to make this happen. So don't give up just yet. Like, there's something here about if you save and you continue, there's like really good habits that I feel like you've been incorporating in your daily life. Just know that it's gonna come, okay? The timing might not be on your timing, but that's for a specific reason. I'm telling y'all, this could even be related to a cruise. Like, if a cruise got canceled, that was a fucking blessing, girl, okay? I don't know, that's very specific. Anyway, there could also be some frustration around buying or selling a house or finding the right apartment to rent. This may be a logistical block, like your local or personal economy, which you may have to just wait out. Make your plans, but be patient. That move or vacation may be just down the road. Your affirmation is wonderful adventures await. I open my life to joyous new experiences every day. Yes. So something for you is coming in. It just feels like it's delayed. Because you have the commitment here. You got the loving man. That gives me like a person connected to that kindred partnership. But I also get like signing a lease or getting a new home, like something that makes you feel good. Maybe even someone blessing you. Maybe they come in, they call you like, oh yeah, that spot just opened up, and normally I would have to go and order on the list to the first person that, you know, names on the list, but I really connected with you. You seem like you really wanted this apartment. I just want to make sure, like, you know, I call you first. I don't know, there's something here about like your name might get moved up on something. Like, this is very specific, but just know whatever's been delayed, don't think of that like it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just not on your time. It's on God's time. So that's the blessing. And it's happening like that for a reason. There's better for you. So one more card and then I'm getting the fuck off of here, girl. Okay. What blessings are coming towards my pile 3? What blessings are coming towards my pile 3? What blessings are coming towards my pile 3? Yes. Gemini in transits. Cross-pollinate in climate. Let me go to 3. This could have to do with your creative skills and who you're able to. There's something here about your, like, if you do anything on social media, there's a level of you being seen and you being able to spread this knowledge to multiple people. So this could also be like a publishing gig happening, like something about you get this, so now we can broadcast your product in different areas, or now we can publish your book. Like I'm seeing something of yours being marketed out to not just you. It's like multiple people, maybe in different counties, different states, different countries for some of you. Like there's something like that here. Transits, climate. So let me go. I'm just gonna read for these ones, the gift part, so we can just get straight to it, girl, before I pass out. For real though. Let me see. The gift. Gemini's gift is an open mind and a sense of universal siblinghood. Okay, so there could be better connections. Yes, we are all in this together. The soul knows how to find itself back in equilibrium if we just let all parts communicate. Help the unexpressed feelings, persons, and elements within the community be heard. Your voice is very important in how you move. So I'm telling you, please watch Pile 2, because a lot of people could also be looking to you for the answers. Like you could be like a wise. This gives me like wise sage energy. I know I'm watering it down. It's only because I'm hungry, girl. I'm sorry. But definitely tap in with Pile 2. Transits. Wild cards are in play. You are not in control of who or what now brushes your life, and that can be scary. Okay, so with this transits, this could talk about like unexpected events or Wheel of Fortune type of energy, but I feel like for this to come out as a blessing, some blessings that are coming to you, it's about who you're meeting and who you're connecting with. This almost gives me like networking opportunities, meeting the right person that's able to give you a leg up, meeting the right individual that's able to get you alone, or maybe they have connections. Like this is giving like, oh yeah, I know a guy that can help you, and it's coming in to assist you. Okay, and it almost feels like it comes at a time where you're very much so not expecting it. It's very random, but it's like, and it might even happen multiple times, 3 different times, where there's these supernatural occurrences where someone just has connections to something that you need, or maybe to higher people in higher places, and it's able to help you out. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for y'all. So yes, Pile 3, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.